The latest college football playoff rankings have been released, and after their dominant win against then number 7 BYU, the Red Raiders have moved up. Where exactly has Texas Tech moved up in the latest college football playoff rankings, as well as how the committee is showing some major love to the Big 12? And is there a possibility that two, maybe even three Big 12 teams make the college football playoff? Let's discuss. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Red and Black Report. Appreciate y'all tuning in to today's video. Hopefully, we're discussing a Texas Tech men's basketball victory at Illinois. It's a top 15 matchup there, but in today's video, we will be discussing how the Texas Tech football team is getting a lot of buzz on the national level in the college football playoff committee. Well, they're taking notice as the Red Raiders, I'll be honest with you, I am surprised at where they are, mostly because I thought there would be some SEC bias. I understand that, well, Ole Miss played basically the school of the blind this week and beat them by 45, in Texas Tech won, well, by 3 scores against the top 10 team in the BYU Cougars at the time. But again, we've seen this game before where the committee doesn't really care as long as the SEC or the Big Ten logo is on the jersey. Well, maybe that's a thing of the past, at least from the Texas Tech perspective. You see the latest college football playoff top 25 from November 11th. Your Texas Tech Red Raiders come in at number 6, jumping not only Oregon, but Ole Miss as well. The teams in front of them, Ohio State stays at number 1. Indiana stays at number 2. Texas A&M at 3. Bama 4. Georgia 5. And then the Scarlet and Black jump from, well, a place where you look at it and it was like, okay, you're at 8. I thought maybe they would get to 7, right? But no, they jumped to 6 after a convincing, well, dominant effort for the Red Raiders against the BYU Cougars, who fall from 7 now to 12, which is fair. And Utah, who had the bye, they stay at 13. So you have 3 Big 12 teams in the top 13 of the college football playoff. Now, I mentioned there that is there a chance that 2 Big 12 teams make the college football playoff? I honestly think yes. Now, it depends on how the rest of the season goes, how things go in Arlington, who Texas Tech probably plays in the Big 12 title game, and how that effort goes. But I think it's something to be said in terms of the new way that the committee is looking at everything in terms of strength of schedule. They're looking at other metrics as well. I know the committee absolutely loves Utah, and they're still showing some love to BYU as well, even after losing by 3 possessions out in the 806 in what inevitably will be the best Big 12 game in terms of rankings anyway this season. Now, Texas Tech at 6, I've already mentioned it. I'm pretty surprised by it. And again, it goes back to the SEC bias side of things. But I do think the Red Raiders are more than deserving. You think about where Texas Tech ranks specifically on the defensive side of the football. They are the number 1 rushing attack in the country. They have the nation's leading sack artist in David Bailey. Jacob Rodriguez is inevitably going to win the Butkus Award, at least he should, for the best linebacker in college football. You think about the secondary, which was a major point of concern, at least for me. They have been pretty damn good this year. I mean, Cole Wisniewski in his flu game, his Michael Jordan flu game, according to Joey McGuire against BYU, and flu is probably not it. It sounded like it was food poisoning, and I'm glad Cole was okay. He balled out. Bryce Pollock is the best corner in the Big 12. I'm not sure it's a debate, okay? But you know how well this defense prepares week in and week out, and it seems inevitably they are in the proper position to succeed and help an offense that at times has stalled out, specifically in the red zone. That being said, this defense ranks top 10 nationally in a multitude of categories, including yards per game allowed. I already mentioned the rushing side of it, how they have the best rushing defense in the country, and it improved against BYU. In this one, they create a vast amount of turnovers. This team is absolutely loaded on the defensive side of the football. And the telltale sign about a really good football team is this: you got to win on the defensive side when push comes to shove. That's just the reality of the situation. But can you run the football? That's the biggest thing. when it comes to these big time marquee matchups. Can you run the football? And we'll put the rankings back on your screen right there. When it comes down to it, you are one of the 12 best rushing attacks in college football, specifically even in this top 25, but just nationally in general. You have Cam Dickey, who is a top 15 rusher, and he's splitting carries alongside Jacoby Williams, who is one of the most electrifying dual threat type running backs in the country as well. Both will more than likely get 1,000 total yards this year. Cam Dickey well on his way just from a rushing perspective. Obviously has the 1,000, but then you look at Jacoby Williams, who could get there as well. The running game is the telltale sign in terms of if you are a great team, if you have that great defense. And the Red Raider passing attack is not too shabby. It's obviously not where a lot of us would like it to be, but the running attack against teams that know you are going to run the football and you still inevitably pick up 4, 5, chunk play, 2, 3, chunk play, type yards. That's all you have to have right there. And this Texas Tech defense keeps you in every football game. And the Big 12, I mean, it's getting you a ton of respect. You think about what you've done so far. You have beaten every team you played this year with Baron Morton by 3 possessions. 3 possessions. Yeah, you heard me right on that front. And that's something that stands out to me, and it obviously has to stand out to the committee. I think when you look at it, they're looking at that Arizona State game as you still almost won with your backup quarterback on the road against the defending Big 12 champions who got their quarterback back and had at that point what will likely be the number 1 overall wide receiver taken in the NFL draft next year in Jordan Tyson. This is a massive show of respect for the Big 12. There's obviously 3 more weeks to go. Texas Tech has 2 games this week. They'll play UCF. Then they'll have the bye before inevitably heading out for the season finale, at least regular season finale, out to Morgantown to face a team in Rich Rod's squad that could be fighting for bowl eligibility. That said, it is clear as day the Red Raiders are the class of the Big 12, and honestly, they're one of the classes of all of college football. I understand, you got Ohio State, you got Indiana, you got the Alabamas, A&Ms, and then you got Georgia. Texas Tech is in that conversation. And I know somebody inevitably will call me a homer because I'm rocking the Texas Tech hat and I'm talking about a Texas Tech team that's great here on the Texas Tech YouTube channel. If someone tells you on social media right now, you and me are having this conversation. If someone tells you on social media that Texas Tech does not deserve to be in the conversation as one of the best teams in America, downright send them my way and I will roast them. Okay, because I am sick and tired of people saying that this team does not deserve to be where they're at. And, oh, it's only money. There's so much more to just pouring money into a program, damn it. This is simple, right? I can throw money at a lot of problems. That doesn't mean it's going to get solved, okay? You have to have the right people in place from a culture perspective. You have to have the talent, right? And Texas Tech inevitably has everything going in the right direction right now. Everyone is on the same lane in terms of really, you've got the AD side of it, the athletic department as a whole, the coaches, the donors, the fan base, right? And Texas Tech is starting to reap some of those rewards as it comes down to crunch time. And Joe Vimber is here, people. I mean, Joey McGuire is one of the best coaches over the past half decade in November when it comes to his win-loss record. I expect that to continue this season. And Texas Tech, well, they jump a couple spots in the latest college football rankings, moving past Ole Miss and Oregon, and they will now be, number 6. I'll be honest with you. I didn't expect the committee to do it, but shout out to you guys. It's the correct decision. I just didn't think they would do it because of the SEC. It means more type bullshit, but sorry for the cursing there. Actually, I'm not. It really pisses me off when the committee does that. But the Red Raiders are number 6 in the latest college football playoff rankings. They will face off against the UCF Knights this week. For Senior Day, we will have the game preview later on in the week here on the channel. And it's just another reason to like the video and hit that subscribe button to stay in the know on all things Texas Tech football and men's basketball all year long, 100% free, whether it's on the gridiron, the hardwood, portal, high school recruiting, the latest news when it comes to the college football playoff. We've got you covered right here on the Red and Black Report. All right, I'm RC Maxfield reminding you, as always, stay safe and Reckham Tech.